I told y'all we'll be back. I told y'all, man, we'll be back with some more content, and we here. I want YouTube to do their job. Send out my notifications, and yes, we are back. We are back. We're waiting for things to crack. Yeah, man, I told you that was quick, man. We ain't wasting no time today, man. Content strategy, man. Um, got to get some people to work with me on this channel. You know, um, so this channel gets promoted the way that it should. Well, yeah, man. I said I didn't want to waste no time, man. I wanted to dive right back into it, man. So if you were there, shout out to True Warrior Scholar with the Cash App for blessing the Cash App. Well, for dropping the link to the Cash App. Shout out to True Warrior Scholar. Hold on, man. There we go. So the Cash App is in the comments, is on the screen. If you want to support, you already know what to do. It's Tammy Jackson. I like Tariq Nasheed's Mac lesson days, and I like it when Tariq Nasheed kind of mixes things up. Now the FBA thing is beautiful. I love it. Right now, you got some things that like everything, man. Everything. Everything has room for improvement. Everything has room for improvement, right? My channel has room for improvement. The whole FBA movement, that thing has room for improvement. Technology has room for improvement. So you get the picture. You get the picture. Tammy, what's good? What's good? Abdallah's back in the building. Gerald Choice, man, what's good, my brother? Pasadena in the building. You know what it is, man. So let's get down to the bottom of this situation. Let's get down to business. You know, tap in with us for the morning show. You know what it do, what it do. Shout out to you. And you. Now you had a sister on Tariq Nasheed's show. An FBA sister came up, and it's funny, man. She came up and she spoke on black men and black men dating preferences, and she said that well, black men are dating, East African women and foreign women. Well, let me tell you something. The majority of black men are dating FBA women. That's the reality. Now we do have black men who date women who are not FBA, but that's not the majority of FBA men. See, the thing with women is this is what happens. They'll see the type of man that they want, and if the type of man that they want, if the type of man that they want is with an African woman or a white woman or a woman who's non-FBA, they'll make it seem like the majority of black men are doing that when clearly that's not the case. So a lot of these women, when you think about these women, they're not honest. They're saying a lot of things that's not true. I wish he would mix the Mac in every now and then. Yeah, man. Because sometimes, the tethers, the white supremacy conversation, I get it. And that ain't no knock at Tariq Nasheed because I respect him and his work. But what I'm saying is these black women need a reality check, bro. They need a reality check. I like those Mac lesson days, man, when he would set the record straight with the women. And I like that. And see what I do, I try to mix it in. I talk about immigration, FBA topics, but at the same time, I like to talk about the women because what's going on with our women is a major problem in the community. Ignoring the mindset of women is a terrible thing right now because we got a lot of women who clearly don't know their place. So we got to mix the consciousness. We got to mix the consciousness in with the macking. You still got to slide the macking up in there, man, to put things in proper perspective when it comes to dating. Because ignoring the mindset of modern women is not a good thing in today's times, man. It's just not a good thing. So let's dive into the conversation. It is what it is. He said progressive black men are dating out. That's what she's complaining about. Shout out to Diplomatic Swag. And I said it, and you just broke it down and in a whole another way. When it comes to the men that they want, those men are actually dating out. Progressive black men are dating out because they have options to do so. So a lot of progressive black men are doing that. And when black women get on these platforms, they'll be, well, all these black men. No, the black men that you like, the black men that you want, are dating black women from other countries or a woman from a whole nother race. But it's not the majority of black men. I know some progressive black men who prefer FBA women. There's a lot of progressive black men who prefer FBA women, but at the same time, there's a lot of progressive black men who are fed up with FBA women and they don't want nothing to do with them. And we'll break it down. Listen, everything happens for a reason, and I'll break some of those things down in this show. Remember Tariq was the prototype for Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy, problem is he took it too far. Yes, but see, this is the thing. Tariq Nasheed was a player, a Mac. Tommy Sotomayor was just like an entertainer. He spoke on women, but Tommy Sotomayor ain't never had no game. You're not going to get no game from Tommy. Tommy will entertain you, but Tommy ain't never had no game. Tommy pays for box. And he spoke on that several times, how he has no problem paying for the box. Tariq Nasheed was like, Tariq Nasheed knows how to dress. He had a mouthpiece. He had game. He had Mac lessons to lace your boots when it comes to women. Tommy Sotomayor ain't never had no game like that. Tommy just said a lot of things that were actually true, but can Tommy dress? Absolutely not. Does Tommy have a mouthpiece? Absolutely not. Tommy's just an entertainer and a good podcaster. Right? But Mac lessons, I like to listen to those Mac lessons, man. Sometimes I still pop on the Mac lessons and ride out, man. I think Tariq Nasheed needs to bring back Mac lessons. That's my honest opinion. I think I'm going to do a live stream about that. Brother Tariq Nasheed, if you're listening, you need to bring back Mac lessons, man. The women in our community need it. The brothers in our community need that. Because I'm going to be honest with you. These conversations about immigrants, white supremacists, and tethers, that ain't going to help black women to get married. That's not going to better our personal relationships. Now, that'll teach us about racism in today's society. Yeah, it'll teach us about racism in society and what we need to do moving forward as FBA. I'm not saying, listen, homie, those FBA conversations are great moving forward. But at the same time, the Mac lessons conversations is needed because he has a large microphone and you got a lot of people who listen to Tariq Nasheed. Get your dumb ass out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. You ain't got no game. You're lame. You got two left shoes on talking about riding somebody's sack. Get your dumb ass up out of here. You riding my sack by misrepresenting what I'm saying. You dummy. You're dumb. But anyway, we got to mix the Mac lessons in with the FBA conversations because the same way that black people need to be educated about history and the foundation of black Americans is the same reason that black women and black men need these Mac lessons. I can say this all I want, but Tariq Nasheed has a larger audience. His audience, listen, his microphone will reach more people than mine, even though I got a lot of game to give to the brothers and sisters as well. But Tariq Nasheed has a bigger microphone. So if I had a conversation with Tariq Nasheed, I would say, brother, you need to bring back those Mac lessons, man. The black community is suffering. The women don't know their place. They want to compete with men. The men are simps. The men are tricks. The game is all messed up. It's all messed up right now when it comes to dating in the black community. It's all messed up. Let's get into the content, though. Make sure that you guys bless the like button and support the show.
So
I know.
yeah, shit sound like a haunted house. What kind of damn door?
Get squared away.
Let's get Miss Vicky in here. Vicky, hop on in.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hop on camera, Miss Vicky.
Dang, why you?
Yes, come on. Let's see, because you're looking.
His wife isn't too fond of Mac lessons. This is not about his wife. If we're trying to help the community is lacking game. The black community is lacking game when it comes to dating. obviously. So Mac lessons is very important to the culture. Very important for the culture. You know, talking about cheddars, immigrants, and white supremacists, that's cool, but we got to mix that in with the Mac lessons, man, because the women clearly lack game. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're doing. A lot of black men are simps. They're tricks. They're paying for box. They're responsible for these women who are average at best, that's walking around like they're just the best thing since sliced bread. We got to put this game back in perspective, man. I can only do so much with my platform. Tariq Nasheed has a larger platform. His microphone will reach more people. He needs to bring Mac lessons back. I think I'm gonna do a whole live stream about that.
Pretty decent in your profile. So let's see what's going on. Hop on in.
I'm in decent in real life. Hold on, let me get squared away.
Right.
While I'm getting squared away, can I ask my question?
Now, hop on in. Hop on. Let's see you. Let's see.
Wait, hold on. I'ma hop on. Hold on.
And that
Tariq Nasheed saying, okay, if you saying that FBA men ain't dating y'all, I want to see what you look like. You can't be running around at 200 pounds talking about why black men don't want to wipe you up. That's not gonna work. So before we get into this conversation, you need to turn that camera on so we can see how you look.
needs some oil. So
I know.
Yeah. Shit sound like a haunted house. What kind of damn door is that?
Not too much. Not too much. Hold on. Let me get it right.
Tariq Nasheed said that door sounds like a haunted house. You need some WD-40 on that damn door, baby. Go on and get some WD-40. It's only a couple of bucks. You know, your door won't do all that squeak. The door won't do all that squeaking when it's time to open that thing, man. Go on and get some WD-40, baby.
When you invite a YN over, have them change the.
No, I don't want no YNs.
Yeah. Have them change the battery and the smoke detector. And
they don't even know how to do that. They YNs.
Yeah, have them put some oil on that door. All right.
Hold on, let me get right.
Let's get right. All right.
Turn the light on.
Yes, indeed. Let's see what's going on. Get that bonnet off. I know you got a bonnet on.
I do. I'm trying to
take that off. Take that bonnet off.
Hold on. Give me just a second.
Tariq, man, said, take that bonnet off. I know you got a bonnet on. Get ready. Take that bonnet off. It's time to get on camera, baby.
I didn't think that.
And I'm glad black women stop getting on camera with these bonnets. That looks terrible. It looks tacky. It looks terrible. Stop getting on camera with these bonnets. Stop going to the grocery store in these bonnets. Come on, black women.
Yeah. Now hit save. There you go. Hit save, and we'll see you.
Hold on.
Now you doing all this. You better not hop on here looking like Cynthia Erivo's cousin. So
I have hair.
See, this conversation reminded me of the Mac lessons days. Yeah, come on, Tariq Nasheed. Give these women some game, man. They need it. You know, they feel real comfortable listening to you talking about tethers and immigrants, but when it's time to correct them about something, they get upset. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Black women get mad at me. You know how many FBA women was supporting my channel when I was just talking about immigrants, tethers, and white supremacists? Tons of them. The moment I started telling black women, this is your problem, this is why y'all ain't getting married in a large number, this is why y'all not getting married in a large number, man, them women disappeared. You don't even see them no more. So that proves my point when I say black women don't like hearing the truth. You can tell the truth about tethers and immigrants and white supremacists. They'll listen to that all day. But the moment that you tell the truth about them, they don't want to hear it. They start disappearing. And that's the problem with foundational black American women. They don't want black men to correct them. They want our protection, but they refuse to accept correction. And if a woman don't accept correction, she don't deserve your protection. As simple as that. The hell I look like providing for a woman who don't even want to take no constructive criticism about her behavior. Man, please, I'm not doing that, and neither should you. If she refused to accept correction, she don't deserve your protection. As simple as that, brothers.
Man. All right, who was Gummy? Who is Gummy? Okay, go ahead. Are you ready? Come on, Vicky.
Okay, hold on.
What you doing over there, Vicky?
I have to make sure I look decent while I'm on camera.
Okay, you should have got that together. If you knew you was gonna call into the show, you should have got that together before you came up. You should have got yourself together before you even hit the link. And when I bring you up, you got to do all this. I got to get myself together. You should have did that first. Oh, I get it. She thought she was going to be able to talk without getting on camera. Maybe that's what she was thinking.
Trying to put your eyelashes back on. Leave your eyelashes off.
I have hair.
Man. All right, who was Gummy? Who is Gummy? Okay, go ahead. You ready? Come on, Vicky.
Okay, hold on.
What you doing over there, Vicky?
Hold on. He said, "Come on, Vicky, you taking too long." Okay, hold on. You know how you telling the black woman, get up out of that damn bathroom, girl. Come on, man, it's time to go. She's spending hours in the bathroom doing absolutely nothing. Nobody takes longer. Listen, black women take way too long to get themselves together. And I'm not saying this to tear you down. I'm giving you some constructive criticism. I dealt with a black woman one time. Listen, it took this woman so long to get herself together. I quit dealing with her. I'm like, man, I'm not going nowhere with you. You take too long to get dressed. You take too long to get your hair done. I'm not waiting 3 hours to take you somewhere. I'm not doing that. That is annoying. Have you guys ever dealt with a black woman and it takes her hours to get up out of that damn bathroom? That's a major turnoff. Hold on.
Was Gummy? Who is Gummy? Okay, go ahead. You ready? Come on, Vicky.
Okay, hold on.
What you doing over there, Vicky?
I have to make sure I look decent while I'm on camera.
Are you trying to put your eyelashes back on? Leave your eyelashes off.
I don't wear eyelashes.
Oh, Lord. You sound like you're putting your teeth in. Okay.
Put my teeth in.
Show your gum. That's all right. We don't mind your gums. All right. All right. You ready, Vicky? Let's.
I'm almost ready.
Oh Lord, Vicky. You better come through with it.
So I'm reading the sheet like, come on, baby, hurry up. We waiting on you. Hold on. Come on. Hold on. Nah, man, we been waiting too long. We ain't got time to be waiting 5 hours for you to get yourself together, baby. Hurry up.
I might not, but whoever don't like it, I really don't care.
All right. Come on, let's see what's going on, Vicky. Let's see the grand finale, because you're doing a lot.
It ain't no grand finale. I just have to cut lights on and take my bonnet off.
Okay. Come on, let's hop on camera, Vicky. All right.
Hold on.
All right.
To kick my cat out.
All right. Here we go. Waiting on Vicky. All right. All right, Vicky.
I'm gonna be real with you. I quit dealing with a few black women because of this. It take them so long to get that. It take them so long to get it together. I had to quit dealing with them. I'm not gonna be waiting 3 hours for you to get dressed. I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not gonna be waiting no 3 hours. Hell nah.
Push save and you're good to go.
All right, y'all see me? Oh.
I don't just push save. There you go. There you go.
So my question was, why do so many like black men like foreign women a lot? Like, why do they praise foreign women? Like, why don't they like their own women?
You think a lot of dudes like foreign women?
Yeah, like women who are not like black. Black men don't really like a lot of black women. They like foreign women, like, you know, Spanish type of women, or, you know, even like East African type women.
Who the hell? Okay, where you? I don't know where these dudes. Who are these dudes? Who are these dudes, ma'am? We don't.
She kind of on the heavy set side, right? She you can tell she's kind of heavy. But anyway, we're gonna move on with the content. The majority of FBA men date FBA women. The problem is the type of men that she wants are dating other women. Progressive black men are, you know, pretty much they're expanding their options. They're not stuck in a bubble. They don't have to deal with FBA women if they don't want to. But let's deal with reality. The overwhelming majority of black men are dealing with FBA women. The overwhelming majority. She's not being honest. She already told a lie in the beginning of this conversation. That is a lie.
FBA dudes ain't really going for no East African women like that. Where are you from? Where you from, Vicky?
Originally, I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Where's your family from, Vicky?
Denver, Colorado.
Really?
See, she's heavy set. You can look at her shoulders and her arms and her face. She's a heavy set woman. Now, some men don't have a problem dating a woman with a few extra pounds on her, right? But I'm gonna tell you like this: she can start by losing some weight, and she needs an attitude adjustment. That's some constructive criticism. If you take heed to the information, just maybe you can get the type of man that you are looking for. But a lot of black men are fed up. They're saying, I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to deal with a woman that takes 3 hours to get ready. I don't have to deal with a woman who has a weight problem. I don't have to deal with a woman who has an attitude. Men with options don't have to deal with that. The reality of it is this: the type of black man that she wants don't want her. And the type of men who will deal with her, she feels like she's better than them. Unfortunately, that's the reality.
Really? How'd they get up to Denver? Where'd they
Well, a
get?
lot of Denver black men, they like white girls. Like, they don't like black girls.
Well, yeah, Colorado has a lot of white people.
They have a lot of black people too.
Yeah,
Beautiful black girls.
and I've seen black couples in Denver. Yeah, I've seen black couples in Denver.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm not in Denver right now, but I'm moving back. I'm in Louisiana because of my job. But yeah, eventually,
Louisiana is full of black men. You can't get a black man down there. You're doing something wrong. See, the problem with these women is they never think that they're doing something wrong. It's always the men's fault. They're never doing it. They never do anything wrong.
I'm gonna move back. I didn't seen enough of the South. I'm good.
yeah, dudes, black men get with black women if you got your shit together and you got the right
Yeah,
attitude.
you could be independent, have your own car, have your own job, and it's like, especially like a lot of Southern men, they don't like independent women. Like they expect a woman to be at home.
Nobody cares about that. They just want you. It's all about your attitude. Nobody gives a shit
Yeah,
about your car and your job. It's about your attitude. How's
There
your
you go. I'm glad he told. Don't nobody care about your money and your job. Don't nobody care about your car. That's not why men date women. Tariq Nasheed, man, you need to bring back these Mac lessons. I say the same thing. I say the same things to these women every day, but it only goes so far. You got a larger platform. It'll reach more people if you said it. You need to bring back Mac lessons. Black women think their money and education makes them wife material when it does not. We don't give a damn about that. We care more about your physical appearance and your attitude. That's what really matters. The money you make is just an extra. It's cool that you make money. It's cool that you got your own car, but that's not the reason that we are dealing with you. Your physical appearance and your attitude are the main things that we're checking for. Is she attractive? Does she have a good personality? Can she get along with a man? Is she feminine? Those things matter. The first thing she said was, I got a car and a job. Man, don't nobody care about that.
I didn't seen enough of the South.
yeah, Colorado has a lot of white people.
They have a lot of black people too.
Yeah,
Beautiful black girls.
and I've seen black couples in Denver. Yeah, I've seen black couples in Denver.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm not in Denver right now, but I'm moving back. I'm in Louisiana because of my job. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna move back.
Right. A bad chick is a bad chick. If you an FBA woman, you beautiful with a good attitude, men will want you. So a lot of these women that are complaining, well, you got some beautiful women who are complaining too. But the thing is, their attitude sucks. They might be beautiful. They might have beauty, but their attitude sucks. So attracting a man is not their problem. Keeping a man around is the problem. The easiest thing for a woman to do is to attract a man, but they cannot keep a man. Attracting a man is the first step, but keeping a man is a whole nother thing. A lot of these women, they run men off because of their attitude and personality.
I didn't seen enough of the South. I'm good.
yeah, dudes, black men get with black women if you got your shit together and you got the right
Yeah,
attitude.
you could be independent, have your own car, have your own job, and it's like, especially like a lot of Southern men, they don't like independent women. Like they expect a
No,
woman to be at home.
nobody cares about that. They just want you. It's all about your attitude. Nobody gives a shit
Yeah,
about your car and your job. It's about your attitude. How is your attitude towards brothers, sister? How
I'm
do you
very
act?
open. I'm very like opening and like very nice. I sometimes I'm a little too nice, and I think they kind of take advantage of that. So
Mm, you too nice. When was the last time you was in a relationship?
it's been a while.
How long?
Mm, maybe like a almost 2 years.
Do you have kids?
No, sir.
And how old are you? 27, 28?
I'm 28.
Yeah, 28. You ain't got no kids. Um, you were the last relationship you were in 2 years ago. I'm trying to see what your family background is. You say you're from Colorado. How did they get to Colorado? From where? Black folks just don't pop up in Colorado willy nilly. They come from somewhere. Where were your family before they were in Colorado?
Tariq Nasheed doing the tether check, right? This is the tether check. Okay, you live in Colorado. Where did your family come from? He's trying to see what she said. This is the tether check. Where did your family come from? What he's really trying to say is, are you a tether? Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. He got to do that. You know, Tariq got to do that tether check now.
Well, like my grandparents, my dad's mom, she's from Oklahoma, Ida Bell. My grandfather, he's from Ohio, but his
Shout out to Landon. He said, why is it so difficult for black women to understand that decent men don't like bad attitudes and difficult personalities? Because they don't want to change. Black women don't feel like they need to change anything to get a man. They feel like they should be able to come as they are and still get a man, and they're sadly mistaken. A lot of black women don't feel like they need to lose weight to get a man. They don't feel like they need to they need to get in shape to get a man. They don't feel like they need to change their attitude to get a man. Because in their mind, men still want me. Yeah, men will sleep with you, but once they start dealing with you, they are gone. This is why so many of these women got 2 and 3 baby daddies, and they're not with any of them. It's difficult to get along with them. They don't want they refuse to accept correction, but they want protection. Basically, she's saying, I'm not going to listen to you, but I want you to provide for me. Absolutely not. Men don't have to deal with that. Men with money have options. So they'll go other places to get women who understand what they're looking for. If black women spend more time giving men what they want, they will get better results. But in black women's mind, they don't feel like they need to change anything to get a man. And that's why they're leading in single motherhood. This is why the black woman is the least married woman in America for those reasons. I don't need to get in shape to get a man. I don't need to change my attitude to get a man. And that's why you're the least married woman in America. And that's why you lead in single motherhood. It's your mentality has everything to do with it. Talking about she ain't got to lose weight or change her attitude to get a man. Man, these bras are crazy.
You were 2 years ago. I'm trying to see what your family background is. You say you're from Colorado. How did they get to Colorado? From where?
I'm being real with you, bro. I'm being real. And I'm not saying this. I'm a foundational black American, but the first step to healing is honesty. How could you heal these women if you're not going to be honest with them? Black women are the least married women in America. Black women do lead in single motherhood. That's a major problem. And guess what? There's a reason for everything. And I'll break down those reasons in a minute. Why is the black woman the least married woman in America? There's a reason for that. Why do black women lead in single motherhood? There's a reason for that. I'll break that down in a minute.
You ain't got no kids. You were the last relationship you were in 2 years ago. I'm trying to see what your family background is. You say you're from
Right. If a woman is in her 30s, she's not going to change. It's a waste of time trying to change her. You might as well get a whole nother woman. She's not going to change. Don't waste your time. You're right about that. That's why men say after a certain period of time, a woman is damaged. She's not going to change. She is who she is. You're either going to accept it or reject it. You're either going to accept it or reject it. Once these women get in their late 20s and 30s, you're not going to change them. It is a waste of time trying to do that. That's why so many men are going to different countries, because they say, I'm not going to deal with this feminist mindset. I'm not going to deal with that. I don't have to. So boom, I'm out of here. I'll go get something that's better. but you just spending money on those women. Guess what? These single mothers are struggling and they want you to spend money on them. Yeah, those women overseas only dealing with you because they want money, and you want money too. You need help with your rent. You need help with your car note. Don't criticize those women. Guess what? It's cheaper to take care of a woman overseas than it is to take care of these single mothers with children. She ain't got no children, so that's working for her. That's good. She's 28 with no kids. That's good, right? But at some point, she got to change something about herself if she wants to get the type of man that she wants. But the problem is, the majority of black women don't feel like they need to change anything to get a man, which is why they're single, which is why they're the least married women in America. And I'm not saying that to bash black women. It's just the honest to God truth. Black women don't feel like they need to change anything to get the type of man they want. That mentality is keeping them single and unmarried.
Colorado, how did they get to Colorado from where? Black folks just don't pop up in Colorado willy-nilly. They come from somewhere. Where were your family before they were in Colorado?
Well, like my grandparents, my dad's mom, she's from Oklahoma, Ida Bell. My grandfather, he's from Ohio, but his family is from like Maryland, like, you know, the Baltimore area. Um, my mom's side, they're like all from DC, and like my grandmother's from Florida.
Shout out to Desmond Hill for the cash app.
So yeah.
There's Caribbeans in your family, dear. All these places, these are Caribbean hubs. Who's Caribbean in your family, dear?
Nobody I know of. They ain't told me nothing.
They ain't told you nothing. Wait, when y'all have family reunions, where do y'all have them? Or have y'all had one?
I haven't been to one, but they mostly be in Oklahoma.
But you haven't been to any of them?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man. It's giving Caribbean vibes.
Really?
Yeah, something. I'm getting some Caribbean vibes. Because, yeah, somebody would know something about the family's background. They would know if they were descendants of slaves on a plantation somewhere. They would know
Well,
that.
my grandpa told me.
To make a long story short, what Tariq Nasheed is asking, he's trying to figure out if you were tethered or if you have an immigrant background. That's what he's trying to ask. That's what he's asking. You should have just, Tariq Nasheed, cut to the chase and say, are you a tethered? Do you have do you come from an immigrant background? Where are your people from? He's trying to get down to the nitty gritty. The truth ain't never pretty. Most of the time, the truth gets ugly. Are you a tether? Do you come from an immigrant background? Let's cut to the chase.
Story about like great, like when they were slaves. He told me that story.
Okay. Were they enslaved in the Caribbean?
No, he said Maryland, like the Baltimore type area.
Okay. Man, so again, so the last time you were in a relationship, it was 2 years ago. Was it a black man? Because you seem like you have you dated white dudes?
No.
Have you dated foreigners?
No, I don't even like foreigners. I think they aggressive, they rude. I like black men.
Can you cook?
Yep.
Do you have ass?
Yes.
Okay.
She's a heavy set woman. He said, do you got booty? Can you cook? Do you got booty?
I had an ass since I was in kindergarten.
That's too much. Okay.
No, I don't even like foreigners. I think they aggressive, they rude. I like black men.
Can you cook?
Yep.
Do you have ass?
Yes.
Okay.
I had an ass since I was in kindergarten.
Okay, no, that's too much. That's too much. Yeah, something. How much you weigh now? You got a cute face, huh? How much you weigh? You got a cute face. How much you weigh? I don't know.
He should have like, now he finna get into like dress size. Dress size matter. Let me tell you something, ladies. If our money matters, then your weight matters. I don't like no man trying to ask me how much I weigh. Well, you want to know how much money I make. You want to know where I work. If my money matters, then your weight matters. It's simple as that. How much do you weigh? What's your dress size? That's very important.
That's too much. Yeah, something. How much you weigh now? You got a cute face, huh? How much you weigh? You got a cute face. How much you weigh? I don't know if you built like a Teletubby. How much do you weigh?
No, I'm built very nicely. I'm very blessed. I'm about 165.
Okay.
She's not 165, man. She's lying, man. This woman is not 165. How many of you guys believe that this woman weighs 165? You ain't leading right. You wouldn't know what we're doing. Listen, black women refuse to accept basic criticism, constructive criticism. If she don't want correction, she don't deserve your protection. If a woman can't accept correction, she don't deserve protection. You can't lead somebody who doesn't want to accept any form of correction. It's a waste of time dealing with her. She's not 165, man. Look at her arms. Look how big her arms are. Look at her face and look at her shoulders. Clearly, this woman is like 200 pounds. This woman is not 165. She is lying. Look at these arms.
Much. That's
Do
too
you believe that this woman only weighs 165? Let's be honest.
much. Yeah, something is. How much you weigh now? You got a cute face. How much you weigh? You got a cute face. How much you weigh? I don't know if you built like a Teletubby. How much do you weigh?
No, I'm built very nicely. I'm very blessed. I'm
Nah,
about
man.
165.
Okay.
I'm being vulnerable, telling y'all my weight. I don't even know y'all, but yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Nah.
That's fine. So yeah, we're just trying to see what's going on with.
I don't know.
See, this is why FBA 1722, even if you look good, you're not worth dealing with because you're coming up in here with bad faith. FBA women do not like correction. They don't. If Tariq Nasheed brought back the Mac lessons, you know how many black women would disappear and stop supporting the platform? Let me know if you agree with that. If Tariq Nasheed brought back, if he started doing Mac lessons again, you know how many black women would stop supporting that platform and quit listening? He bashing black women. I don't want to listen to that. That's exactly what they would say. So that proves my point that black women don't want correction. Give me some feedback on that. What is your thoughts? If Tariq Nasheed if he started doing Mac lessons again, you know how many black women would stop supporting? You know how many black women would disappear? I don't want to hear that. Black women don't want correction. They only want praise and worship. As long as you're talking about tethers, immigrants, and white supremacists, they'll support that all day. But the moment that you offer any correction or any constructive criticism to the black woman, they don't want to hear that. They'll disappear from the platform. I promise you. If Tariq Nasheed started doing Mac lessons today, a lot of those female supporters would disappear. But she's lying, though. This woman is not 165. Look at her arms. Look at her face. She's not 165. Clearly, this woman is like 190 to 200 pounds easy.
How much you weigh? You got a cute face. How much you weigh? I don't know if you built like a Teletubby. How much do you weigh?
No, I'm built very nicely. I'm very blessed. I'm about 165.
Okay.
I'm being vulnerable, telling y'all my weight. I don't even know y'all, but yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So yeah, we're just trying to see what's going on with
I don't know.
you and the brothers. I'm trying to see what's happening because there's something going
Maybe
on.
I'm just picking the wrong ones.
Yeah, it's not about these brothers trying to get all the East Africans. That's bullshit. If you fly, you got a good attitude.
Positive vibes. Hey, man, I'm back with the gang. Tap in with King Supreme. We do beautiful work over here. We're going to do relationship content and we're going to talk about politics. We're going to mix it all together. Tariq Nasheed, my brother, if you don't do Mac lessons, Red Supreme going to bring it back. I'm going to reboot Mac lessons, but I'm going to do it in my way. I'm going to do Mac lessons from my perspective. But Tariq Nasheed, you need to bring back Mac lessons, man. These women are way out of order. Clearly.
You know, the brothers that get at you. You. It's not about these brothers trying to get all the East Africans. That's bullshit. If you fly, you got a good attitude. You know, the brothers that get at you. You must be hanging out in the wrong places. Where are you going?
Now nowhere, but
Right. Right. So you just stuck in the house
Hold
with
on, this chick right here says she's 175 and 5'9". You're too big, baby. No, black men don't mind a woman that's stick in the right places, but 175 is too much for a woman. It really is. 175 is too much for a woman, but clearly she's bigger than 165. You can look at her arms and her shoulders and her face, and you can tell based on that she weighs more than 165. She's not being honest.
your cat.
cats.
How many cats you got?
I have two cats. Their names are Sean and Marley.
Oh, hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. But yeah, we got
That
to see
chick
what's
said if
going on with you.
FBA women are out of order, then you must be out of order. No, you guys embrace feminism. The problem with FBA women is too many of you guys are feminists. You let the white woman trick you out of your position and you became a feminist when the black man has never oppressed you. The black man has never made laws to say that you can't work. Black men we never made laws to say that you couldn't vote. The problem with the black woman is she's hard-headed, she don't want to listen, she refuses to accept correction, but she wants protection. She refused to accept correction, but she wants protection. If a woman can't accept correction, she don't deserve your protection. It's simple as that. The modern black woman has become a feminist. The feminist mindset is keeping black women unmarried. Clearly. Now, of course, the men, we got a lot of work to do as men as well, but I'm gonna be real with you. Men who do have it together are dating other races of women. Why you think, listen, this talking point didn't come out of the thin air. Why do you hear black women say when black men get their money together, they don't want us? Why do you think that's so? Now, the majority of black men will deal with you, but why do you think black women start saying when black men get their money together, they don't want us no more? Why? Because they have other options. They don't have to deal with your attitude. They don't want to deal with a woman who feels like she has to argue instead of losing weight, instead of checking her attitude. A man with money don't have to deal with that. So why do you think black women start saying that? That that talking point didn't come out of thin air. When these brothers get their money, when they get their money together, they don't want to date us black women no more. And why do you think that's so? There's a reason for everything.
Yeah, have dudes told you with
I don't know.
with you and the brothers? I'm trying to see what's happening because there's something
Maybe
going on.
I'm just picking the wrong ones.
Yeah, it's not about these brothers trying to get
You
all
know that
these
most
guys.
women who are feminists will tell you that they're not a feminist. Don't let a woman tell you she's not a feminist. You deal with her, have a conversation with her, and you figure that out yourself. Never let a woman tell you she's not a feminist because 90% of women who are feminists will tell you that they are not a feminist. Haven't you guys noticed that? Listen, I've noticed that a long time ago. Some of the main women who are feminists will tell you that they are not a feminist. If they're lying to themselves, you know that they're going to lie to you.
Africans, that's bullshit. If you fly, you got a good attitude. You know the brothers that get at you. You must be hanging out in the wrong places. Where are you going? Where are
Now,
you?
nowhere, but
Right, right. So you just stuck in the house with your cat.
cats.
How many cats you got?
I have two cats. Their names are Sean and Marley.
Oh, hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. But yeah, we got to see what's going on with you. Have dudes told you crazy as cat shit? That's probably
No,
something.
I'm not crazy. I really be chilling. Like I guess I'm too chill. I'm too nice about it. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well, all right, we're gonna have some brothers up in your DMs. We're gonna get some brothers up in your DMs who's gonna be out there in Colorado and all that stuff. And yeah, you're gonna be all right. That's what you need to come to some of our events. Yeah,
I want to definitely.
yeah, because people be hooking up at my events, and yeah, you're not a bad looking sister at
And,
all.
But
and
thank
listen,
you.
ladies, I'm not saying this to put you down. I am not saying this to put you down. But clearly that woman weighs more than 165 pounds. You can look at her arms and tell that she's at least 200 pounds or very close to it. What he should have said was, how tall are you and how much you weigh? See, Kevin Samuels would have got down to the nitty gritty. He would have said, okay, what is your dress size? How much you weigh? How tall are you? Because guess what? If a man money matters, then your weight matters. Can't a man tell me I need to lose weight? If you're looking for a certain type of man, you damn right your weight matters. Your weight matters. Period.
I love what you stand for. Everything. Keep doing what you're doing. Fuck the
Absolutely.
haters.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
See,
indeed.
black
So yeah,
women want to brag about their education and what type of job they got, and none of that matters when it comes to a man who's looking for what. Yes, if you have an education, you got a job, that's extra, right? But the first thing that we're gonna notice is your physical appearance, and once we get to know you better, we're gonna realize if you got a good attitude or a bad attitude. Those things matter.
we'll be fine. Thank you so much, Vicky. Vicky might be crazy as cat shit, but you know, we'll see. Let me follow Vicky. Y'all give her a follow.
Make sure that you guys bless the like button. And support the Cash App, $Red 1803. Support the Cash App, support the super chat. Let's get into this. See, you got this FBA chick in the comment section trying to argue for what? And I'm just being honest with you. But that goes back to what I said. Black women don't want correction, but they want praise and protection. They don't want correction, but they want praise and protection. If a woman can accept correction, she don't deserve protection. It's simple as that. Why would I provide for somebody who won't listen? Why would I provide for somebody who don't want to accept constructive criticism? You would be a fool to do that. If you don't want correction, you don't deserve a man's protection.
Y'all give Vicky a follow. All right, Liz, what's up, Liz? Liz,
why don't you pull up here then? Listen, what's your name? I'm gonna put you on blast, babe. I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. FBA 1722. Why don't you pull up and let's have a conversation and tell me anything I said was wrong? What did I say that was wrong? Can you point out anything that was wrong? I welcome you to hit the link. FBA 1722. Why don't you hit that link and we can talk about it? But I bet money you won't hit that link. When I said your weight matters, that's true. When I said black women don't want correction, but they want protection, that's actually true. You can ask any man in the comment section who deals with FBA women, and they will tell you Red is telling the truth. I dealt with black women long enough to know that Red is telling the truth. They don't want constructive criticism. They don't want constructive criticism, but they want protection. They don't want correction, but they want protection. So hit the link and have a conversation. Why don't you tell me what I was wrong about? Let's see if she hit the link and tell me what I was wrong about. I bet money she can't point out one thing that I was wrong about. She wants to be combative, but she can't prove me wrong about anything that I said.
Microphone on. Miss Liz.
I said it before and I say it again. Most women who are feminists will tell you that they are not a feminist. If you have a conversation with a woman that's a feminist and you ask her, are you a feminist? She's going to tell you no. You got to have enough common sense to know that she is. The majority of black women and women in general who are feminists, they're in complete denial. They will tell you that they are not a feminist, when in reality, they are. If you talk to them long enough, you will realize that she is a feminist. But she'll argue you down to tell you that she is not.
Hop on, that'll be great. Or did you mean to? Oh, she didn't mean to get on. Okay. Liz didn't mean to get on. All right. But yeah, all of that talking about brothers just want foreigners. No. Brothers want something convenient.
I don't care about the men in your family. The men in your family are simps. The men in your family are simps. I don't care about them simps in your family. I know plenty of black women who got who got beta male simps in their family. Shit. There's tons of beta male simps in your family, baby. My thing is this, FBA brothers. Are you guys open to dating women of other races or black women from other cultures? Or do you say, no, I'm going to deal with FBA women regardless? How many men in the comment section want to expand their options when it comes to dating women? Or do you say, no, I'm just going to stick with FBA women? Huh? Let me ask you something, FBA 22. Let me ask you something, FBA 22. How come the black woman is the least married woman in America? I'm waiting for the excuse you're going to bring. And I'm not saying that to tear black women down. I'm saying it because it's a fact. It's just true. That's the obvious fact. How come so many black women? How come black women? Why do black women lead in single motherhood, for one? And for two, why is the black woman the least married woman in America? I'm waiting for your excuses. See, if you don't want to hit the link, I'm going to just kick you up out of here. See, she's a prime example of a combative, disobedient woman. FBA 1722 is a prime example of a disobedient, combative woman. She's a disobedient, combative black woman. And you're going to listen, You can find women like her in our community. They're everywhere. There's no shortage of women like this. FBA 1722, she's the typical woman. She's unruly, she's combative, and she's disobedient. 100%. She's a prime example of what we're talking about. She's proven my point.
Fly, and you got it together. You know how to talk, and you know how to treat a brother right, and yeah, you'll find somebody. We got to see what's going on with you and where you meeting these dudes. All
She's
right.
masculine, she's unruly, she's combative, she's disobedient. She represents everything that I talk about when you think about the fact that FBA women are the least married group of women in America. She's a prime example of that. She don't want to hear the truth. She's argumentative. She is combative.
Let's get who's this person? Where's this guy? All right, y'all raise your hand if you're ready to get on. If you are ready to get on, ladies and gentlemen, y'all hop on in here. All right. Let's get Shy Winner. I think that's his name. Shy Winner. And then we'll get Ebony. I think Ebony made a request, I think. Yo, Shy. What's up, Shy?
What's up, Tariq?
How you doing, Shy?
I'm all right, yourself,
Make
bro.
sure that you guys bless the like button. It ain't nothing. And listen, I don't say this to put them down, but I just got to be honest with them. The first steps to healing is honesty, the truth. How can black women heal or get better if nobody's going to be honest with them? Dr. Umar been talking about black queens forever and snow bunnies never. And Dr. Umar ain't married not one black woman. Derek Jackson got rich lying to black women. The whole time he was cheating on his wife, but he's preaching to black women about black men who ain't no good that cheat on their wives. Come to find out he's doing the same thing. People lie to black women. Why? Because they know black women don't want to hear the truth. So people lie to you. They pander to you. Why? Because it's easy money. You're not going to find masculine black men in the church because black men at the church, they get paid to pander to black women. The first step to healing is the truth. Now, I understand the truth hurts, and that's the main reason that so many women run from it, because the truth hurts. But the first step to healing is honesty, the truth. But black women don't want that. Derek Jackson got rich pandering to black women, lying to them. Derek Jackson understood a long time ago that he can make way more money lying to black women opposed to being honest with them. Black queens forever and snow bunnies never. And Dr. Umar ain't married not one black woman. But they sent this fool all that money, lying to black women for years, getting wealthy off of that crap.
I'm good, man. Where you from, Shy?
Chicago.
Chicago. There it is. So what's on your mind, brother?
I was just wondering if you seen the video that went viral with the kids jumping on the mom and the babies.
Yeah. I was just talking to my lady about that. Yeah, and the folks pulled up to that school. The community.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, because a lot of people are trying to blame that on, FB.
And that's the truth, man. Listen, if you can't be honest with black women, you can't lead them. How you going to lead somebody if you can't be honest with them? How you going to protect somebody if you cannot correct them? Protection with no correction. This is what black women want. They want protection with no correction. I'm not going to accept correction, but I want protection. That's not going to work. This is why so many black men are saying, nope, I'll go overseas and get a woman. I'm not going to deal with the combative American woman. I'm not going to deal with the woman who's combative. I'm not going to deal with the woman who's argumentative. She's unruly, masculine, combative, and she's disobedient. Which is why a lot of these chicks lead in single motherhood, which is why the majority of them are not getting married. It has a lot to do with their mentality. But a black man can't tell you nothing. The minute that a black man points out the obvious about your behavior, you say that he's bashing you. Somehow he is attacking you. It's a simple solution. The solution is simple. You know what people say, well, what's the solution? If you got bad lungs, the solution is stop smoking. If you're an alcoholic, the solution is to stop drinking. The solution is always simple. The problem is these people don't have enough discipline to get to the solution. But don't get it twisted for 1 second. They got enough common sense to know what the solution is. If you're fat, you need to lose weight. You need to stop eating so much. You need to work out, go to the gym. The solution is simple. The solution is not rocket science. The problem is they don't have enough discipline to get to the solution. But don't get it twisted for 1 second like they don't know what the solution is. They know what it is. A crackhead knows that he needs to stop smoking crack. The problem is he don't have enough discipline to put the crack pipe down. But he got enough common sense to know that he needs to stop smoking the crack. He don't have enough discipline to do it. Black women got enough common sense to know what the problem is, but the thing is this, they're too stuck in their ways. They're too stuck in their ways to change the things that they need to change so that they can get married in higher numbers. Black women don't feel like they need to lose weight to get a man. Black women don't feel like they need to change their attitude to get a man. The black women don't feel like she needs to change nothing to get better results when it comes to marriage, when it comes to dating. She don't feel like she need to change anything. And that's the problem right there. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to be pandered to. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to be pandered to. Black queens forever and snow bunnies never. And Dr. Umar ain't married not one black woman, but he called black women queens all day. The solution is always simple. The problem is people don't have enough discipline to get to the solution. Somebody who's musty, somebody who stinks, the solution is get in the shower. Get in the shower, put some good soap on and take a shower. That's the solution to get you to stop stinking. That's the solution to get you to stop stinking. Your breath stink. Go to the dentist, brush your teeth, gargle a couple of times a day. The solution is always simple. The thing is, most people don't have enough discipline to get to the solution. But don't get it twisted for 1 second. They understand what it is because the solution is always simple. Your house is dirty. What's the solution? Clean your house a few times a week. That's the solution. Your clothes are dirty. What's the solution? Put it in a washing machine. Wash your clothes. Do some laundry. The solution is always simple. Most people don't have enough discipline to get to that solution, and that's the problem.
Yeah, culture, but I want them to know stuff like that. That's a taboo with us disrespecting our elders.
Oh yeah.
So we had people from all over the city pull up and say we ain't gonna accept that. So
Oh
I
yeah.
want people to know that that's what we do.
Right. Yeah. We had the whole community out there has spoken out against that. That is not normal. That is something that's not acceptable. And I take my hat off to the community out there in Chicago for standing up and saying, "Hey, no, there's going to have to be some accountability for that." Miss Ebony, hop on, dear. Hop on that camera, Ebony. Let's see what's going on, Miss Ebony. There she
Listen,
go.
if a woman wasn't raised if she wasn't raised with her father, I'm not talking about any father because a lot of these fathers are simps and they're weak too. Black women are not used to male authority. So when they get older, they just want a man to take care of them. They just want a man to provide for them, but they don't want to accept no correction. A black woman who is not used to a dominating male, if a woman is not used to a dominating male figure in her life, she's not going to be kind. She's going to be combative. She don't want correction. Why? Because she's never had a man correct her for anything outside of her white boss at work. If she grew up in a household with a single mom telling her what to do all day, and there was no male figure, a dominating male figure, not a simp who goes along with the wife, not a simp who allows a woman to wear pants. If she grew up in a household with a man that's dominant, with a man who was the disciplinarian, then that woman would be more receptive to taking constructive criticism. But if she was raised by a single mother, she's going to be combative. She don't like male authority. And unfortunately, most black women were raised by their moms. They're not used to male authority. So when they get older, they want a man's protection, but they refuse to accept correction. That's the problem right there. That's where that mindset comes from. A man can't tell me what to do. Let me tell you something. If a woman grew up in a household with structure and the man was a disciplinarian, she had a strong male figure in that household, she's not going to have the mindset. 9 times out of 10, she's not going to have the mindset that a man can't tell me what to do, that a man can't correct me. Women with that mentality were raised by single mothers. They hate male authority. That's where that mentality comes from.
Hi. What's up, Miss Ebony? Grown woman.
Hey, how's it going?
We are good. How you doing, dear?
Doing good, just messing around on this computer and caught a live because I always catch you in the morning. So you did it early enough so I could catch a live.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How you been over there?
Been doing good. Just a bit, another busy day, and yeah, just unwinding now. So,
Yes, indeed. They're like, that's a pretty grown woman. Yes, she
oh,
is.
thank you, thank
Yes, she
you.
is. Man,
I can, I
This is
wanted
an
to come.
older woman, man, but she looks pretty good. Look like she goes to the gym and takes care of herself. She looks like she's about 40, maybe like 40. Decent looking woman, looking sexy, baby. I can dig it. I most definitely I can dig it.
Come up and talk with the woman who was looking for places to meet guys and everything. And ladies, you got to go to the gym. Got to get in the gym. That's where the men be. And get out there. Go to the stores. Like do your daily routines. That's how you find the men. And come out and compete and look your best self. And
I said this.
they'll
I said this to black women years ago. If they refuse to compete, they'll get left for the streets. What do I mean compete? Black women that's in shape, feminine, cooperative, submissive. If a woman don't serve her purpose, she is worthless to a man. See, these women want to be partners. They're looking for equality. Women were put here to be a helpmate to man. Women were not put here to be a man's equal because we're not equal. The quarterback ain't the wide receiver ain't equal to the quarterback. Both have of both the wide receiver and the quarterback have important positions, but yet they still have different roles and different positions. The problem with the black woman is she wants to be your partner. She wants to be your equal. She don't want to be no helpmate. She don't want to be no helpmate. And God designed her to be a helpmate, not no damn partner. The 85% of black women want partnership. They're looking for equality. God put you here to be a helpmeet, not no damn partner, not no damn, I want to be equal to a man. You don't know your position, you won't listen. And this is why you're the least married woman in America, because of that mentality. A lot of black women are beautiful. Some of these black women are sexy and beautiful. Their mentality keeps them single. Their mentality is why they're unmarried. Their mentality is why they lead in single motherhood. God designed a woman to be a helpmeet to a man, not no damn equal partner. That's nonsense. You don't even listen to God. I'm sick of these women talking about let's go to church, and you don't even want to listen to God. God ain't never said that you was equal to a man. God ain't never said that you need to be the man's. A woman was put here to be a helpmeet to a man, not no damn equal partner. That is feminism. When you hear these women looking, I'm looking for equality, I'm looking for a partner, that's feminism. Get away from that woman. That woman doesn't understand her role and position. And if she don't understand her role and position, she is worthless because she don't understand her purpose. God created you women to be a helpmeet to a man. You dig what I'm saying?
they'll come. So they're out there. It's unwinding now. So,
Yes, indeed. They're like, that's a pretty grown woman. Yes, she
oh,
is.
thank you, thank
Yes, she
you.
is. Man,
I can, I wanted to come up and talk with the woman who was looking for places to meet guys and everything. And ladies, you got to go to the gym. Got to get in the gym. That's where the men be. And get out there. Go to the stores. Like do your daily routines. That's how
I had
you
a
find.
woman tell me, well, if I got a baby, adults pay bills. What makes these women think they can have jobs and careers, but they ain't got to pay no bills in the house? This ain't the 1950s to where women didn't make money. These women got jobs and careers. You'll be a fool to take care of a woman that makes her own money. She better pay something. And it's not because you need her. Listen, if you meet a woman and you just pay for everything, you don't even know if she likes you. She ain't making no sacrifices to be with you. You're just paying for everything and making her life better. You don't even know if that woman likes you. When a woman spends her money, her hard-earned money, to contribute to the process, to contribute to what you got going on, that's how you know if she's really rocking with you. That's how you know if she really likes you. But if you're just giving her a free ride and paying for everything, you don't even know if this woman likes you. The moment you start paying for everything, that woman gonna leave because she's used to you paying everything. The whole foundation of the relationship was built on you paying for everything, and that's the only reason that she's dealing with you in the first place. That woman don't even like you. You will never know if a woman likes you if you pay for everything and you don't give her no responsibilities and you don't give her no duties. You better give that woman some responsibilities and some duties. That's the only way you're going to know if she's really rocking with you like that. You paying 100% paying for everything, and all she got to do is look pretty and show up. You don't even know if that woman likes you, bruh. 9 times out of 10, she don't like you. She just likes the lifestyle that you provide. But does she like you as a person? Absolutely not. You got to make a woman pay for something. You got to give that woman some responsibilities. You got to give that woman some duties. That woman got to put in some type of work. Showing up and looking pretty ain't good enough. Let me say this to you, ladies. Showing up and looking pretty ain't good enough. No.
I'm the men. And come out and compete and look your best self, and
This ain't the
they'll come.
1950s, homies. Women make money, they got jobs and careers. You'll be a fool if you don't make that woman pay for something. You don't even know if that woman likes you. If she gets a free ride and you paying for everything, you don't know if that woman likes you. She got to make some sacrifices. She got to show her loyalty and dedication, which means she got to do more than just looking pretty and showing up. She got to do more than that. She got to bring way more to the table than that.
So they're out there.
Yes.
And they love Black women. So
yes, they do. Yes,
yeah.
indeed. Yes, indeed. You go to the gym every day, Ebony?
I do. I go about 4 or 5 times a week, and I also hike because I'm up here in Seattle. So I do a lot.
Men created the entitled woman. I'm going to tell you where the entitled woman comes from. Because when they look pretty and show up and you pay for everything and they don't have to do nothing, they become entitled. This is why they say, well, this last man, he paid for this and he did that, but you ain't with him. There's a reason. There's good reason for you not being with him. You know how many women who deal with men who pay for everything and they're not with these men today? They can tell you about all these men they dated and all these men that who spend money on them, but they're not with these men for good reason. They'll brag about a dude that paid for things, but they're not with him. And if you get down to the nitty gritty, the truth ain't never pretty. You will then realize why she's not with that man. But they want to brag about the money that these men spent on them, and they're not with none of these men today. Listen, homie, paying 100% ain't gonna make her submit. Let me say that again so it can marinate on your mind 100 times. Let this marinate on your mind 100 times. Paying 100% is not going to get her to submit. You got to get that woman some duties. You got to get that woman some responsibilities to show her loyalty to you. Come on, homie. You got to operate with this Mac hand. You dig what I'm saying? You must operate with this Mac hand. You dig what I'm saying? Showing up and looking pretty ain't good enough. That only creates entitled women. Showing up and looking pretty and you paying for everything, you don't give her no duties, no responsibilities. That creates the entitled woman because they're not used to doing nothing. Paying for everything and all they got to do is show up and look pretty. That's creating the entitled woman. She shows up and looks pretty, but she does absolutely nothing. Y'all got to break that cycle and stop tricking, stop simping. Stop tricking, stop simping. Give that woman some duties. Give that woman some responsibilities. Make that woman show her loyalty.
A lot of hiking and stuff too.
Yes, indeed.
So.
Yes, indeed. There it is. And thank you so much, beloved Miss Ebony. Yes, the lovely Miss Ebony. Grown woman shit right there, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Pat, hop on, Pat.
How you doing, brother Tariq?
I'm good, Mr. Pat. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Why
So
you think so many of these athletes who pay for these women and then whenever they fall on some financial hardship, the woman leave because she was never rocking with you because she liked you. She only rocked with you for the benefits that you provided. The lifestyle, the benefits. That's it. Did she like him? Absolutely not. You will never know if a woman likes you if she don't have no duties and responsibilities in that relationship. You will never know if she's rocking with you for real. Right? And I'm just giving you guys some real game. You know, knowledge that you can't get in college. I suggest that you pay homage to this game. King Supreme in the building, y'all. He said, don't type all chats. It's all good. She said, duties, no, sir. Well, listen, it takes a simp to deal with a woman who thinks all she got to do is show up and look pretty. Only simps tolerate women like that. Tricks and simps tolerate women like that. That woman must prove her loyalty. That woman must show her dedication. She needs responsibilities and duties in order to prove her loyalty. Without that, she gets absolutely nothing. The quicker you brothers adopt that mindset, you'll get better results with women. You'll get better results with women if you take on that mindset, brothers. I promise you. Shout out to Royalty. Shout out to my man Royalty for the Cash App. I appreciate your Royalty for sliding on through with the Cash App, Jack. Now that's Realer Than Rap, no cap, Red Supreme, support the damn game in a major way. Oh boy.
Looking at, I was looking at the NAACP president, and the president was talking so
See,
reckless.
FBA 22, she's looking for a sucker. She's looking for a lollipop. She's looking for the biggest sucker since Blow Pop. FBA 1722 is looking for the biggest sucker since Blow Pop. All she got to do is look pretty and show up. No duties, no responsibilities, which means she ain't got to prove her loyalty. You got to be an idiot, a dummy to fall for that. That woman got to have some type of responsibilities in a relationship. Listen, this ain't the 1950s. These women make money and they have careers. She got to pay for something. Ain't no free rides in 2025. Ain't no free rides in 2025. Ain't no free rides moving on into 2026. Please understand that. The free rides for you ladies is over. You make money, you got a career, you damn right you're going to pay for something or you're going to get lost. Go on over there and deal with a simp. Go on over there and deal with a trick. But at the end of the day, those ain't the type of men that you want. You'll use them for their money and resources, but you don't like them because they lack masculinity. They lack masculine energy. You just use suckers like that for their money. But do you really like them? Absolutely not. Paying 100% is not going to make her submit. Get that woman some responsibilities and some duties to prove her loyalty to you.
Did you see it?
Yeah, the one talking about we're immigrants and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I broke that down the other day. Go ahead.
Do you know the best chefs are men? Listen, when you a man, think about it like this. You got your apartment, you got your own place. You already got to do your laundry. You got to keep your house clean. The best chefs are men. So when you say cooking and cleaning, hold on, my house is already clean. I already cook food. You can't just show up and look pretty. That ain't enough. The best cooks are men. The best chefs are men. So you want a man that knows how to cook. You want a man that keeps a clean house. What the hell are you bringing to the table besides that used up box that you didn't already gave to several other men? What is she bringing to the table besides that used box that she didn't already gave to other men? That woman got to have some responsibilities and some duties in order to prove her loyalty, period. And if she can't do that, you need to tell that broad to get lost. She don't deserve your time. She don't deserve your energy. And most definitely, you should be spending your money on that broad, period. Straight up and down, straight up. What could she bring to you besides that used up box that she didn't already gave to several other men? You already know how to cook. Your house is clean. You got money. Your bills is paid. What could she bring to the table of value? Give her some responsibilities and some duties to prove her loyalty. Bringing that used box that you didn't gave to other men, that ain't enough. Bringing that used up box that you didn't share with other men is not enough. That ain't enough, baby. That ain't enough. You got to bring something to the table better than that. One of my partners said, damn, Red, well, you said if a woman don't serve her purpose, she's worthless. Well, what is her purpose? Whatever you require from your woman. A woman's purpose is whatever you require from her. You might want a woman, whatever it is, you might want her to do something that's beneficial for you. You might work a lot, right? You might want a woman who takes care of the house, prepares meals, keep things organized, or whatever. Whatever you require your woman to do, that's her duty. Those are her responsibilities. That is her purpose. And if she cannot serve that purpose, then she is worthless to a man. You got to operate from the ism. That's the only way you're going to be successful with women. You got to operate from this ism. That's the only way you're going to be successful with women. Oh, man, I'm just going to lead with my wallet. No, leading with your wallet, paying 100% ain't going to get her to submit. Never lead with your wallet. Always lead with logic. And you got that from Red Supreme. Indeed. Never lead with your wallet. Always lead with logic and critical thinking skills. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's game. Never lead with your wallet, always lead with logic. You got to deal with something that you got to deal with the things that make sense. So when these simps tell you to lead with your wallet, you tell them, nah, homeboy, I lead with my logic. I lead with my game. I operate from the ism, realism and wisdom, certified ism. Talking about lead with your wallet. Nah, homeboy, I lead with logic. Every woman don't deserve for me to spend money on them. Every woman don't deserve to be in my presence. Every woman don't deserve my energy. Every woman don't deserve my time. You got to operate from this ism if you want to be successful with women.
That was just wild to me, and it came out so fluently out of her mouth.
Oh yeah.
Now, if that was an immigrant, why would an immigrant be over here in ball and chain?
Right.
Anytime a woman
Right.
try to tell you women can exist without man, she's foolish. Because guess what? Let me show you how foolish these women are. The cars we drive were built by who? Men. The homes we live in was built by who? Men. The apartment that you live in was built by who? Men. The office that you go to work to was built by men. The paved roads that you drive on built by men. The traffic light, black man. The washing machine, man. A man created the tampon. Do you know that a man created the tampon that women use today? Women cannot survive in a world without men. This is how delusional they are. Women are not builders, they are nurturers. Women are not builders, they are nurturers. They can't survive in a world without men. Everything that's a necessity in today's society was created by men. Women cannot survive without men. The car they drive was built by a man. The washing machine was built by a man. The dryer they use was built by a man. Look at all the plumbing. Who does the plumbing? Men. Running water and electricity? Men. These paved roads? Men. Everything, to make a long story short, everything that's a necessity in society was built by men. The airplane built by men. Weapons of mass destruction, the weapons we use in the military, created by men. Women are so foolish, they refuse to understand that they can't even survive in a world without men. They would literally perish. Women will perish in a world without men. Women are nurturers, they are not builders, which means they cannot survive in a world without men. And that is common sense. Any woman who goes against that is just a dummy. You ain't got no damn business dealing with her. If you're dealing with a woman who can't accept that, get away from her. She don't operate from logic. That woman is foolish. She's an irresponsible child. Men built the world that we live in today. Men created listen, men built and maintained society. Everything that's a necessity in today's society was created by men, built by men, built, created, and maintained by men. And if a woman don't understand that, she's foolish. Get rid of her. All this, I'm educated, man, I don't mean nothing. What does that mean if you don't have men to build the infrastructure, if you don't have men here to maintain the infrastructure, women cannot survive in a world without men. The tampons that these women use every day, a man created the tampon for a woman. All of her necessities were built, created, and maintained by men. Seriously. The reality of it, this is the reality, ladies. Men built the world that you live in. Men built this world that you live in. Learn to accept it. You'll be better off accepting it. Learn to accept it. Learn to embrace it. Women cannot survive in a world without men. You can't have a baby without a man. You need a man's seed to have a baby. You can have a garden all day, but if you ain't got no seeds to plant in that garden, you have nothing. Women are the soil and men are the seed. It takes a man to plant his seed in you before you can even have a child. Maybe you're too foolish to understand that. See, this is why Tariq and Nasheed need to bring back Mac lessons. These FBA women are way out of order and they don't understand their position. They're too foolish to understand that men built this world that they live in. A lot of them are too foolish to understand that. They're too foolish to understand that. Not all of them, but the majority of them. That's why Mac lessons is so important, to put these women in their place so that they understand their role and position. That black empowerment talk ain't gonna help black women to get married. Why? Because they're still delusional. We can talk about tethers, immigrants, and white supremacists all day, and these black women still gonna be delusional when it comes to their role as a woman. A man is the seed. Without the seed of a man, you can't even have a child. It takes the seed of a man to impregnate you so that you can even have a child. A man's sperm brings life. It fertilizes the egg. That's like you got a whole garden out there. You got a whole garden out there, but you still need seeds to plant in that garden before something blossoms, before something grows. And if you go to a church and you see a woman preaching, get away from that church, because God said it in God's words. Women are not to be preachers. Women are not supposed to lead men. So if you go to a church and you see a woman preaching, that church is clearly out of order. They're not preaching the word of God in that church if you got a female pastor. If you got a female pastor at a church, you better run far away from that church, because clearly they're going against the word of God. That is against the word of God for a woman to become a pastor. Seriously. Look at it like this. Think about Kamala Harris running for president, right? Why would a man vote for female leadership? Do you know that Kamala Harris promoted open borders and she promoted gender confusion to children? So if you voted for Kamala Harris, you voted for one, you voted for female leadership. If you voted for Kamala Harris, you voted for female leadership, you voted for open borders, and the Democrats promoted gender confusion to children. And think about it like this. The overwhelming majority of FBA people who did vote voted for Kamala Harris. So if it was left to black people, if they say, you know, we're going to let black people decide this election, black folks would have put Kamala Harris in office, which shows how lost we are as a community. The majority of foundational black Americans who did vote, I'm not talking about the people who sat on the couch, the overwhelming majority of FBA people who did vote, you voted for female leadership, you voted for open borders, and you wanted them to promote gender confusion to our children. That's exactly what you voted for if you voted for Kamala Harris, also known as Kamala Harris. Now, why would a man vote for female leadership when clearly that goes against the word of God? Why would a man vote for female leadership when clearly that goes against the word of God? Not my word, not his word and his word. Female leadership goes against the word of God. 100%. And I'm preaching the gospel first thing this morning. I'm dropping this game heavy by King Supreme. Yeah, homie. Yeah, homie. Female leadership goes against the word of God 100%. And the sad part about it is the overwhelming majority of foundational black Americans voted for female leadership, which clearly goes against the word of God. And you wonder why the black community is backwards. You wonder why the black community is in shambles, because the black people have gone against the word of God for way too long. Voting for Kamala Harris is a prime example that the black community, the majority, voted for female leadership. That's out of order. It goes against the word of God. You're not gonna find female. Listen, nowhere in the Bible will you find female leadership. That's clearly against the word of God, man. Clearly, the black community is way out of order, 100%. I'm gonna reach out to Tariq Nasheed and say, hey, man, I'm gonna do Mac lessons from my perspective. I understand you got a whole new audience, and let me say this: if Tariq Nasheed started doing Mac lessons again, I guarantee a lot of those women will disappear and stop supporting this platform. They would literally disappear and stop supporting this platform if he started to do Mac lessons again. If he brought Mac lessons back, they would disappear and you won't see them again. I promise you. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that. If Tariq Nasheed started doing Mac lessons again, a lot of those female supporters will disappear. Why? Because black women only want to hear Tariq Nasheed talk about tethers, immigrants, and white supremacists. That's all they want to hear Tariq Nasheed talk about. The moment that he offers any correction to women, black women will get pissed off and they will stop supporting the platform. That's exactly what they would do. They would run away if he brought back Mac lessons. I promise you they would run away. The majority of them. You got some black women who will stay, but the majority of them would run away and they'll stop supporting the platform. 100%. If Tariq brought, if he started doing Mac lessons again today, black women would stop supporting that platform. Black women only want to hear about tethers, immigrants, and white supremacists. They only want to hear about tethers, immigrants, and white supremacists. They don't want no correction. They don't want nobody to correct their behavior. Black women want worship and praise, but they don't want correction, but they feel like they deserve a man's protection with no correction. That is insanity. Hit dogs are hollering in the chat. Yes, I understand that for sure. 100%. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna bring. I'll do Mac lessons, but I'm gonna speak on Mac lessons from my perspective. Shout out to Corey Holcomb, man. Corey Holcomb does a great job over there. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. He does a great job at telling the truth. His message might be a little rough around the edges, but at the end of the day, the man is telling you the truth. 100%. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. You dig? Yeah. Tariq Nasheed, you my brother, man. I got love for you, man. I think you need to bring back Mac lessons. These black women are way out of order in the FBA community. You know what I mean? They're still leading in single motherhood, and they're the least married women in America. Everything happens for a reason. This didn't happen overnight. There was it took a certain mindset to land black women in this position. It didn't happen overnight, brother. It didn't happen overnight. No, no, no. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. I mean, he already did Mac lessons, so he might feel like he don't want to go back to doing that. He want to move forward. And I'm not mad at Tariq Nasheed if he don't want to do Mac lessons. I'm not mad at him. I'll do Mac lessons. I'll bring Mac lessons back in a 2026 form. I'll give the 2026 version of Mackin in the community. Yeah. 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 Straight lace Mackin, baby. 2026 moving forward. You know? The women in the thumbnail looks 12 years old. You a fool. You a fool if you think those women are 12 years old. You just trolling, man. You got to be trolling. He said, this is the mop hour, ladies. You should not be chatting. They should be listening. You know what my man Minister Jap said, and he made a lot of sense. Shout out to Jap for saying this. He said, these women need headphones, not microphones. We don't need no women preaching in the church. Clearly, that goes against the word of God. No one want to listen to no damn female pastor. Women need headphones and not microphones.
It made no sense. So that's all I want to say. I love your work, brother, and I'm up late. I'm up late listening, brother.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have to shut that nonsense down. Yeah, we're shutting that stuff down. Yeah, because look, they keep trying to push a narrative, family. They keep trying to.
Women need headphones, not microphones. You go to a church and you got a female pastor. Clearly, that goes against the word of God. God ain't in that church. God ain't got nothing to do with that church. No damn female pastor. How you gonna go against the word of God but claim to be preaching the word at the same time? A female pastor, a female leader. The FBA community is so backwards that the majority of us voted for female leadership. And you know why they did that? Well, Kamala Harris black. I'm just voting for Kamala because she's black. I'm just gonna vote for Kamala Harris because she's black. Never mind the fact that she promoted gender confusion to our children. Never mind that she was gonna give us open borders and dump millions of immigrants in black communities across the country. Never mind all of that. You guys still voted for female leadership. That's how dysfunctional the black community is. I'm going to vote for female leadership. I'm going to vote for open borders. I don't care that she promotes gender confusion to our children. I'm a vote for Kamala Harris because she black. All I know is she black. And that's why I'm voting for her. I'm voting for her because she black. How foolish do we have to be in the FBA community to vote for female leadership when clearly that goes against the word of God? And you wonder why the black community is in shambles. Blacks in the black community don't mind female leadership. You wonder why the community is in shambles. You wonder why everything is backwards, upside down. I just told you why. The Bible don't support feminism. The Bible does not support female leadership. It does not. It goes against the word of God 100%. Yeah. 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 Hit that like button. It ain't nothing. Show some love to the show. You already know, though. Come on up in here and take a photo. You know? Yeah. He said, Highway Skinny said, I don't know who was dumber, Kamala Harris or Sleepy Joe. Both. Tommy Sotomayor. If you in here talking about Tommy Sotomayor, man, you lost. Tommy Sotomayor was over there begging white people to accept him. Tommy Sotomayor felt that he was different, which is why white people should like him. White people told Tommy Sotomayor, we don't like you. Tommy Sotomayor was over there begging racist white people for acceptance, and you got the nerve to bring his name up in my chat. You're pathetic and lost if you're still talking about Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor is a good entertainer. He's a good podcaster, but Tommy Sotomayor is a Sambo. Tommy Sotomayor kisses the behind of white people. See, Tommy Sotomayor don't have a problem when white people disrespect blacks. He only has a problem when white people disrespects him. So what does that tell you about that fool? Listen. Adi Head, you did. Shout out to everybody, man, who's been rocking with the platform. Shout out to the loyal supporters. You already know. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Right? I'm gonna get up out of here though, man. I've been here for an hour and 30 minutes. It's time to sign off. I'm gonna give you guys Mac lessons. I'm gonna give you guys Mac lessons from my perspective, man. You know, a 2026 version of Mac lessons, and I'm gonna drop that content every day. I'm gonna drop some content about Mac lessons on a daily. There is no equality. A woman is not equal to a man. Let me correct you. A woman is not equal to a man. Men built society that we live in, right? Do women build cars? No, they don't. Do women build homes? No, they don't. Everything that's a necessity in today's society is built by men. A woman's role is important, but it doesn't make her equal to a man. The wide receiver and the quarterback have different positions. They have different positions. The wide receiver ain't trying to play the quarterback, and the quarterback ain't trying to play the wide receiver. The problem with black women is they don't want to be helpmeets to men. They want to be your partner. They want to be your equal partner, but they don't want to be helpmeets. And God designed them to be a helpmeet, but they're going against the word of God. They don't even want to do the job that God designed them to be. You're misleading the sheep. No, you're misleading because you're foolish. Anybody who listens to your foolishness will be doomed, will be headed down the path of self-destruction. Anybody who listens to this foolish woman in the comments. God created you to be an helpmeet, not an equal partner. If a woman don't understand her purpose, she is worthless to a man. The tampons that you use The tampons that you use when you're on your period, a man created the tampons that you use. It wasn't created by no woman. The car you drive every day was built by a man. The home you live in was built by a man. The apartment that you live in was built by a man. That office that you go to work to was built by a man. Your running water and electricity was built and created by man. The plumbing is done by men. Who protects this country when it's time to go to war, men or women? Men protect the country when it's time to go to war. And I'm giving you the facts. I'm giving you the hardcore hidden facts. Everything that's a necessity in today's society was built, created, and maintained by men. Men are builders and women are nurturers. Stay in your place, lady. The problem with a lot of these black women, they don't understand their role and position. They're too damn busy fighting to be equal to a man. The problem with the American black woman is she's fighting to be equal to a man instead of playing her role and position that God gave her. She don't want to play the role and position that God gave her. She is too damn busy fighting to be equal to a man, and that's something that she can never do. She can never do that. She'll never accomplish that. You wasn't created to be equal to a man. You was created to be a damn helpmeet to a man. God didn't create you to be some equal partner to a man. That's feminism. That is feminism 101. That ain't got nothing to do with the word of God. I want to be equal partners. Oh, you don't want to be a helpmeet. You want to be an equal partner. We'll get lost. You ain't got no damn business dealing with no woman who got a mindset like that. She want to be an equal partner, but she don't want to be no helpmeet. She don't want to do the job that God designed her for. She don't want to do what she don't want to play her role and position as a helpmeet. She's fighting to be equal, and she's fighting to be an equal partner. She don't understand her role and position. The black woman is so out of order, and you wonder why when men get their money together, they're gone. They're gone. Let's use common sense, lady. You don't build nothing. Name something in society that women build. Women are nurturers. You're not builders, which means you cannot be my equal partner. Your role and position is much different than mine. And if you can't understand that, then you're just lost in the sauce. I'm going to get up out of here, though, man. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody. Peace and love. Man, you still talking about Tommy Sotomayor, man? You a clown. You got to be a clown if you're still in here talking about Tommy. The problem with the American black woman is she's fighting to be equal partners with a man instead of playing her role and position. God put you here to be a helpmeet to a man, not no damn equal partner. The quarterback's job is different from the wide receivers. The running back's job is different from the quarterback. If a woman won't play her position, listen, if a woman don't understand her purpose, she is worthless to a man. Listen, homie, there's no such thing as female leadership. Female leadership goes against the word of God. And that's all I got to say, y'all, man. I'm going to get up out of here. Peace, love, and blessings to the fam. It's Red Supreme. Black women are way out of order. Clearly they are. And black men are way out of order too, because black men voted for female leadership, which clearly goes against the word of God. I'm gone. Peace to everybody. I'm out, fam. Make sure that you guys bless the content, $ Red 1803. And subscribe to the channel. And I will be doing Mac lessons from Red Supreme's perspective at the end of 2025, moving into 2026. I think I'll give you guys my first Mac lessons live stream Sunday morning. We'll get started with that. I'm out.